welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Lamia, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get these big and voluminous curls. A lot of people are kind of intimidated by curling their hair, but it's really not that difficult. As long as you have the right tools and a good technique that works for you, it's actually super easy. Nume did send me the curling wand to use in today's video, however, it does not change my opinions on the product whatsoever. If you guys did watch my last curling video or curling my hair video, I did use a Nume wand and I've been using them for years, and they absolutely had no idea who I was before that video. And I would never promote something to you guys unless I truly 100% love the product. So before we get into this video, if you guys like me and you like my channel, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love to have you guys here. So without further ado, if you guys want to watch this hair tutorial, then please keep watching. So before I start curling my hair, I just went in with my hair straightener and went through the strands very, very briefly and roughly and just straightened my hair through a little bit just to get the majority of the frizz and flyaways out of my hair. And if you guys want to see how I did that, then just go ahead and go back to my beach wave tutorial. I basically did the same thing in the intro if you guys want like an in-detail explanation and if you want to see how I did it, but I just didn't feel the need to include that step in this video as well. And before I went over it with the straightener, my hair was just simply air dried. I never really blow dry my hair, so I just waited for it to air dry overnight and then I went over it with a hair straightener. So just like in all of my hair videos, I'm going to be showing you guys what we're going to be using today first. So the first thing I'm going to be using is a hairbrush, preferably a wet brush. I love wet brushes. I think I've said this in every single hair tutorial that I've done, but I'm obsessed with wet brushes. You're also going to want a heat protectant spray. This one is the Pantene heat protection spray. The next two things are from Mitch Stone, and this is just the Mitch Stone Texturizing Spray, and this is the Luster Drops. Any kind of hair oil will work for this. You can use argan oil or any hair oil that you have. I'm also going to be using the Garnier Fructis Frizz Guard Spray. Some hairspray, of course. This one is the Sebastian Shaper Plus hairspray. I'm going to be using this comb today. Usually I wouldn't because I usually have long nails, but I actually just took my nails off. So this will be helpful to part your hair if you would like. Obviously just some hair clips and then also some closed bobby pins. And then for the star of the show, as you guys know, in my last hair curling video, I did use my Nume Lustrum hair wand. This is what it looks like. This is the 32mm barrel. This wand actually comes with 5 different barrels, so you can interchange them and use them for whatever kind of curl you would like in your hair that day. And if you watched that video, you know I was going on and on about how much I love this hair wand and how long it has lasted me. So Nume actually ended up reaching out to me after that video and let me know that they will be launching Nume's bestsellers in Ulta starting September 25th, which is so exciting because I actually remember one day I was going to look for a Nume curling wand and I was so confused because they didn't have it in stores, but now they will. So Nume was actually kind enough to send me one of the wands that will be in Ulta. That way we can play with it in this video today. And it came in this super cute pink box. They sent me this curling wand right here. It is the 32mm classic wand from Nume. And it's super cute and black and sleek. And this is what the wand itself looks like. As you can see, it's definitely pretty similar to this one that I have right here. But like I did mention, this one comes with 5 different wands and it is a little bit pricier than this one. I believe this wand retails for around $69. So if you aren't going to be using the other barrels as often, then I would say that this one is definitely the way to go. So to start off, I'm just going to be brushing through my hair. Like I typically would, just to get out all of the tangles and make sure my hair is nice and brushed through. And once this is brushed through, I'm going to be taking my heat protectant spray and I'm just going to spray this all throughout my hair, mainly focusing on the ends because that is usually what gets the most breakage. And I just went ahead and turned on my wand while I'm doing this. The really great thing about Nume curling wands is that they heat up super quickly, especially if you're in a rush. It makes it super convenient. I'm also just going to take the texturizing spray and spray this through my hair as well. It's gonna give my hair a grittier feeling to it. That way it'll hold the curl a little bit better. I'm also going to spray this in my roots just to give myself a little bit of volume. And then I'm just going to shake it and make sure it's evenly distributed. So as you guys can see, that definitely gave my hair some volume. I'm just gonna go back in and brush this through one more time. So once this is all brushed through, I'm just gonna go ahead and split my hair. I'm going to split it into sections for this video. I'm not sure if I did it in my last curling video. I don't think I did, but I'm going to split it into sections this time because we do want voluminous and big curls for this, so we're gonna wanna split it into sections. So I'm just going to twist this up and clip it off with a hair clip. So now I have these two pieces down. So I'm gonna go ahead and split into a few pieces. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do 2 pieces because this is kind of a small section. I wouldn't say I'm doing really thin sections, but I wouldn't say I'm doing thick sections. My hair is pretty thin to begin with, so my thick sections are probably someone's thin sections. But basically, I'm just gonna start out by taking this piece, and I'm going to take my hair wand, and I'm going to put it behind me, and I'm just going to wrap the hair around. And with these big curls, the thing that you want to make sure you do, that I usually do, is I make sure to keep the hair flat as I'm wrapping it around. Don't let it really get twisted in the process. I kind of flatten it out in between my fingers and make sure it just goes flatly down around the barrel, as you can see. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly precise, but I just like to keep it as flat as possible and don't make it like a twisted curl, if that makes any sense. So this curler definitely gets really hot, so you don't have to hold it for too long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it. Once I feel that the heat is going through the opposite side of the hair, I'll kind of just touch it with my finger very lightly, and if I feel that the hair is pretty hot, then that's when I'll release. So I'm going to go ahead and take this in my hand, and I'm going to kind of form it back into the curl. And you want to be really careful because since this barrel gets really hot, it does kind of burn your hand once you're touching your hair. I do have a Nume curling glove, but I don't know where it is right now, so we're just not going to use that. So I'm going to take a bobby pin, and I'm just going to go ahead and clip the curl into place. If you guys can see, I just went ahead and put the bobby pin through the curl so it just holds the curl in place. We're gonna leave them like that till they cool down. That way they cool down in the curls form and they're not gonna weigh down with the heat. And that's what we're gonna do with every single piece. So I'm basically just gonna be doing the same thing with this section. And this is what I'm talking about when I keep it flat. As you guys can see, I'm just kind of wrapping it flat around and holding it. And then drop it into my hand. If it's too hot, I just kind of hold it here like this for a little bit until it gets cooled down enough for me to grab it. So I'm just going to form it back into the curl again. Just like that. And pin it to my head. So that's what it should look like. It's super easy. It might look kind of complicated, but once you get the hang of it, you'll just be curling and clipping before you know it. So again, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And another thing that I have noticed with this curler is that I have used my Lustrum wand that has the exact same barrel on it with just fresh air dried hair, and my hair is pretty frizzy once it's just air dried and I haven't straightened through it first. And even if I don't go through and straighten my hair first, it really does maintain a lot of the frizz. So you could totally get away with not going over your hair with a hair straightener first, but I personally just like to do that. But since this barrel does get rid of frizz, you can totally get away with it. I know that it seems pretty tedious to clip up every single curl, but it's really gonna pay off in the end. By the way, I totally forgot to mention that unlike my beach wave tutorial, I'm curling my curls away from my face. In my beach wave tutorial, I was actually curling my hair in opposite directions. I would do one away from my face and one inward. But for this tutorial specifically, since we want them to be super big and voluminous, I'm just curling every single piece away from my face. So this is the bottom section of my hair done. I'm taking a risk here, turning around and showing you guys what it looks like because I honestly have no idea. but this is what it looks like from the back. I'm sure it looks pretty messy and not precise whatsoever, but it doesn't really have to be precise because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be taking it down anyway, as long as the curls are still formed. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take down my next section of hair. I don't really do this in like a specific way. I kind of just put my finger through my hair and section it off. I know you should probably be a little bit more precise with it, but to be honest, I'm just not that patient. So this is the way I do it. So I'm going to take this section and split it into two on the sides, just like I did with the first section. And I'm just gonna go ahead and brush this through too because it got a little bit tangled when it was clipped up. Same thing, I'm just gonna go in, take a piece in the back, wrap it around away from my face. For some reason, every time I curl my hair, I think of that girl who was curling her hair on that YouTube video and she like burned her hair off. I don't know why. Every single time I curl my hair, I think of that. So I think this will be our last section. So I'm just going to split this section into a center part. And just like before, I'm gonna go ahead and brush this through. I'm actually going to split this part as well. I'm gonna kind of do half of it. But this is going to be our back section, and this is going to be our front section. So I'm going to take a piece from it and just do the exact same thing. Now moving on to the front section, I'm just going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to split this into two. And I'm taking kind of thinner pieces in the front just because the top I want to be the most curly. And then the thicker pieces on the bottom will kind of create that volume for us. And these are also going to be my face framing pieces, so I want them to be super curly. So that is one side done. I'm just gonna go ahead and speed up the footage because I think you guys get the point. I'm just gonna split up the same way I did the opposite side and just go through and curl and pin them up, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, so now that I look like George Washington, I'm just gonna let my hair sit like this for around 15 to 30 minutes, and that way the curls can really settle into place. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back looking funny as ever. I'm just gonna go ahead and take down all the bobby pins, and then you will see what we're left with. So this is what you want the curls to look like once you take them down from the bobby pins, just super bouncy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take down the rest. Alrighty, so I know this looks crazy, but this is what your hair should look like once you take the curls or the clips out of your curls. I know it looks super wild, but we're going to be fixing it, and we're gonna make them a lot better. So I'm now just gonna go back in with that texturizing spray, And I'm just going to spray this in the roots again. And I'm just going to massage this through my hair. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and part my hair the way I normally would. I'm gonna do a little bit of a side part, and then I'm gonna go through and just brush the curls very lightly. And then I'm going to take my hairspray and just spray it through. I'm also just going to go ahead and take my Garnier Fructis Frizz Spray and just spray my roots a little bit where it's a little bit frizzy. So this is the final result. As you can see, they kind of transform into big voluminous curls slash waves, which I absolutely love. So like I said, this curler will be available in Ulta stores today, September 25th. So you guys should definitely go check it out. I think it's a great curler for beginners or anybody. I'll also have the links to the curling wand down below on Nume's website and on Ulta's website, just in case you guys do not have the chance to go in stores and pick it up for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching this video again. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it helpful, and I hope to see you guys next time.